You're listening to Unmuted with Papamutes.
Make it, not just,
How long did it take from the first, so-called principal photography to the very last? That's a wrap.
To the martini shot.
That-
We did we did 3 weeks of principal photography, and then we had to go back 3 weeks later because we had to wait till the burn ban in Washington State was over.
Huh?
So there was a burn ban that we could
Burn
not
ban.
have any
Wow.
kind of flames.
Wow.
3.5 weeks total. 18 days, and then we came back and we shot for 3 more. So 21 days.
Really?
Oh, it was go.
Wow. Wow.
When you don't have a lot of money, that's what you do.
All about being very, very organized. And when we set our schedules, we're like, how much time to take down, how much time to set up, how much time, and we had to schedule everything down to the last minute. That we love to tell about this is that our 2 lead, our romantic leads there, because there is a love story between a young man and a young woman.
Ooh.
And even during the audition process, they could never be in the audition room at the same time. She had to go to Sweden and he was in LA. So we actually cast them without any kind of chemistry test together. And their very first day on set together, there's a scene where they have their first kiss in the lake, in the water. And so nothing like, and we had to do it in one take because we only had one set of her clothes. And once her hair got wet,
Right.
so yeah, it was great. It was like, hey, you guys are going to meet, you're going to kiss, and you're going to get wet in the water. Oh, in just a couple hours.
You're going to kiss and get wet. Okay. Wow. You do what you have to do. A person who wants to make a film, wants to do what you want to do. Obviously, you need talent, but what's the other thing you need besides talent to get this done?
Money.
Cash flow.
Yes, you need money, but you have to.
If I've learned anything about this is that you have to have a community that's going to support you, a community that believes in you, and not just. And when I say community, I mean more than your mom and dad.
Right.
You have to really know and put yourself out there, and you need to shake hands, and you need to let people know that you're coming into town and that this is what I want to do, and meet people. We went to city council and made a plea before city council, Michele and I did, to see if the city would waive all of the permitting fees because we didn't have enough money to pay the permits to block off the streets. And the city was gracious enough to do that for us. We said, would you allow us to film inside your historical museum, the Forst House, which is very, it's a very sacred building in their community. They love this home. It's preserved. And they did.
Wow.
So we learned that there's something called the power of the ask and that people want to help. They do. At the end of the day, people want to help people, but you have to put yourself out there and you have to be honest and of who you are, what you're doing, what you're trying to achieve, and can you help me get there?
We had to get over, I'm a little more shy than Leslie, I think, but you get over that. You just have to start asking. And so that's when Leslie said it's the power of the ask. You get used to asking. It's not a big deal. The worst that they can say is no, right?
No.
The worst usually that they can say. And for the surprising number of yeses is it was so ridiculous. Like I felt like this movie was just meant to be because almost everybody said yes. Like we needed a 1929 Fordson tractor. And we happened to find one right in the town where we filmed, well preserved because it was it was in a tractor museum.
Okay.
And so we just asked, can we borrow that for the day? Sure, yes, I'll have it delivered. The owner of the museum delivered it to us for that day of filming.
Wow. That's great. Now, how's it been received? What's the feedback you've got?
We had a premiere at a theater here in Seattle. And it was so fun for Leslie and I to watch it with everybody else in that theater. It was very well received in the theater. We got such great feedback. People were kind of over the top impressed with the quality, the cinematography, the story. They followed the story. They were engaged the whole time. Um, that's the kind of feedback we've been getting. We've been getting feedback back that it looks and feels very much like a studio-based film. How the
Oh,
hell did you pull this off?
no doubt.
The fact that it's set back in time is to do that on our tiny little less than six figure budget is like unthinkable for I think most filmmakers, and maybe we're just so ignorant, you know. Most filmmakers would be like, you shouldn't rationally think that would be in any way, shape, or form possible, but we somehow managed to pull it off. So
Now, has
that's kind of
anyone?
the story behind the story.
Okay,
Response from critics too. We have the Rotten Tomato score.
saw that.
Um, we're fresh. We're a tomato. Um,
Love
yeah,
tomatoes. Love a
it's
nice
been great.
tomato.
I mean, there's no one film out there that appeals to everyone, right? There's that film has never been made and never will be made because everybody likes different things. But overall, we're really excited with how it's been received.
Now, has anyone? Has it gotten noticed by so-called people in Hollywood or anywhere outside of your niche? You know what I mean? Has anyone said, "Hey"?
Not yet. It's being taken to Cannes, the Cannes film market
Okay,
next week.
festival. Okay, that
So
was
we feel like we're in good hands with our distributor. Indie Rights is our distributor, and we've been on Amazon. We're on Google Play and YouTube and Tubi TV, and so far the numbers are actually looking really good. So given, I guess we're learning because distribution is new to us too, but it changes so fast. It's just a really changing market. But if our numbers are good, really good, that can look good for taking it to LA or to the studio, the bigger streaming services and whatnot, cable
so
TV.
okay.
And
Have
I'm
you?
sure after this podcast, Papa, we're going to get all kinds of calls
Oh yeah,
from LA and
they'll
everywhere.
be swarming like
So
bees
getting
around a
us on
hive.
this
Yeah.
show, thank you so much for giving
um,
us this exposure.
so let me ask you this: just hypothetically, you're going to make another movie, and you can pick a star. Who would that be? I mean, a famous person.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh, that's such a. Well, it depends on the movie, but I guess who is like, a dream star? George Clooney, maybe?
No, wait a minute. No, wait, I'm talking
No.
about a movie, not like Fascination.
Well, I
uh,
can answer that. I can
Okay,
answer that. I do. I too am a big fan of George Clooney, and I actually have four other scripts that I'm working on and playing with right now. And I think that everyone loves Meryl Streep. She can't
sure.
do anything wrong. Um, I've got a comedy script,
Nice.
and I would love to have John Cougar Mellencamp. I know that kind of came out right, right. But
Okay.
I have an absolutely wonderful, hilarious script, but it's all based around John Cougar Mellencamp. And I
Now,
would love for him to make a cameo in the film.
are you? Would you say you guys are movie lovers?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's what I grew up with. I grew up really poor as a kid, so
Okay.
movies was the only thing that I really had to do. That was my entertainment, was what was going to be on um, ABC Disney on Sunday night, or what was going to be on NBC Friday night movie,
Okay.
or anything like that. And it's funny too because for so many years I did not know movies had bad language because I only saw the television versions of movies
Oh, okay.
as a
Yeah.
kid.
I hate when a movie, like I like movies, all kind of type of. I hate when they chop it up. They don't show you the raw movie the way it was made. But TV is TV.
Yeah, when I became an adult, I got a whole new life of movies. That was in that movie. I didn't know that was in that movie. Huh.